This is just a classic transition question. All of the words here are basically just fancier words of the four main categories that we need to think about for transition questions. So similarly is basically an advanced version of and, therefore is so. For example, is one of our categories, so it just means what it says, and then however is but. So very basic transitions that we're dealing with here. Let's take a look at the sentences and see what the connection is. Few New Yorkers have heard Thelma Pollard's name. Many have seen her work in the famous Broadway musical, The Phantom of the Opera. As the musical's longtime makeup supervisor, Pollard put the iconic makeup on the face of the Phantom himself. So, right, few have heard her name. That's negative. Many have seen her work. That's positive. In a very dumb way, however is the answer, right? We can even use connotations. But you don't need the connotations to see the opposition that's going on here, right? Few have heard her name, but many have seen her work, right? The word but is a perfect fit there. However is not a particularly advanced word, but I do think that strategy of converting these words back into simpler, dumber versions and then using those dumber versions is a much safer way to kind of know that what you're doing is right, because you have an intuitive understanding of a word like but. You might not have an intuitive understanding of a word like however, or therefore, or similarly, things like that. So if we get back to the dumb versions, we are much more likely to just kind of hear the answer when we put that word in the blank.